After we kill the coronavirus, America is going to find out what happened. The coronavirus started in China. What did the Chinese government know, and when did they know it? American journalists stationed in China have been answering those questions, and now the Chinese government is kicking them out of the country. Here's what we know. Coronavirus first surfaced in China in mid-November. It's now mid-March. 4 months is a very long time. Once Chinese scientists identified the virus, the Chinese government ordered the lab to destroy the samples, stop the testing, and suppress the news. Chinese scientists were actually silenced and told to lie. Wuhan, where the outbreak happened, was allowed to carry on with their Lunar New Year's celebration. 11 million people were allowed to eat, drink, and be merry together. Colossal mistake. China allowed thousands of its citizens to fly all over the world during this outbreak. The Chinese government waited months before shutting down the wet markets, where the contamination emanated from. In January, the Chinese government lied to the World Health Organization and said the virus could not be transmitted from human to human. The Chinese government dragged its feet in releasing the data on the virus to the rest of the world. And when the Trump administration offered to send scientists to China to investigate the virus, China said no, wouldn't let them come in. And after all these mistakes, lies, and cover-ups, the Chinese Foreign Ministry said the virus did not originate in China and claimed the U.S. military planted it there. Chinese state-controlled media also threatened to withhold critical medical ingredients from the United States, just as the pandemic was hitting here. Then the Chinese government unleashed an enormous propaganda operation trying to remove the word China from anything associated with the virus. The American press is buying into the Chinese communist propaganda, but the president isn't.
Others have criticized you for using the phrase Chinese virus. How do you feel about that? Are you going to continue using that phrase?
Well, China was putting out information which was false, that our military gave this to them. That was false. And rather than having an argument, I said, I have to call it where it came from. It did come from China. So I think it's a very accurate term.